And for the few people that are here, I bet they cannot wait for us to leave. If you're new here, we're Chesca and Ben. We travel full time in our camper van Sophia with our pups River and Scout. We're spending the winter exploring Turkey, taking our home on wheels to as much of this country as possible. Subscribe and join us for the ride with new videos every Sunday. Good morning guys, we are parked on a driveway. Now if you watch Chris and Marianne's videos, you may know about their friend Levent. He's an absolute legend and he's based here in Dalyan, and he's let us park on his driveway during this really bad weather. If you saw last week's video, you'd have seen we got caught in the most torrential storms. The weather here has been pretty horrific the past week. I think right now is the first bit of semi-clear skies we've had in like over a week.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
These storms have been really bad across Turkey. I saw like videos in Istanbul of like roofs being blown off. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, we've been parked here for the past few days with hookup and water and showers. But yeah, it's a beautiful little spot right next. It's a beautiful little spot right next to some chickens, cockerels, little lemon grove. Thank you, Levent. And we have the cutest neighbours. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's so cute. Hello. Hello. Okay, so we've just come for a nice little walk down by the river. One of the main things that Dalyan is famous for is its Lycian rock tombs, which are ancient tombs carved into the rock face opposite. So we're going to go and find them now. Because with all this rain, we haven't seen them yet. Lycia was an ancient empire that dominated the southwest corner of Turkey for centuries. Even though the Lycians have now faded with the passing of time, you can still see the remains of their elaborate tombs carved into the sheer cliff faces above the river Dalyan. It's a shame we're here so out of season because everything's being replaced and repaired. A lot of the cafes are closed, a lot of things are shut up. But I can imagine here when it's sunny, when it's warm, when it's vibrant, it will just be so beautiful here. It's just got such a nice little small town feel to it. There are cafes and restaurants everywhere, and then obviously you've got the backdrop of this river and the tombs behind. So when we were with Chris and Marianne, we learned a beautiful Turkish word called yakamoz, which is a word for the reflection of moonlight and starlight on water. We actually asked a Turkish person if they ever use that word, and he said yes, they do. And we just found this restaurant called yakamoz, and here, the moonlight and starlight on water. So just around where we're staying are loads of these like streets that are just full of holiday villas. I would say 90% of them are empty, but lots of them, including the empty ones, have a lot of guard dogs. And for the few people that are here, I bet they cannot wait for us to leave. This British couple walking their two dogs up and down the streets every night. I'll show you what happens.
So they go off and the dogs down there go, then over there.
It's like 101 Dalmatians.
God, yeah.
Wow.
That rain didn't hold off for long.
Can you hear that? What was it I said earlier about there not being much rain today? I should not have said that. I should not have said that. Whoa. Alright, so this morning we left Dalyan. We have driven to a little spot just outside of Fethiye and we have found the sun, which means we're not trapped in the van today. Touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. We're going to do something that we haven't done since we first arrived in Turkey.
Yep, we're going to go and get a Turkish breakfast because we're starving.
Yesterday marked our 4th month in Turkey. Can you believe we've been here for 4 months? No,
that's completely wrong. We've actually been in Turkey 2 months.
2 months, but 4 months since we left the UK.
Yes, that's better.
I need to get out of the van, I'm going stir crazy.
I know.
Yesterday marked 2 months in Turkey, so we're going to go and have some Turkish breakfast.
Yes.
buttermilk skin. This is the tomato jam.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll not have the watermelon.
Eggs.
Okay. Here we go, our second Turkish breakfast.
Round 2.
We've got some fresh bread, jams, including watermelon skin, some chocolate spread, some honey. There's the salads, cheeses, fried egg. Yeah, homemade cheeses, salads. We've got fruit, olives, some chips, coffee, and a good supply of chai. This pastry's got like cheese inside, I think. Not really mild. I can't remember what he said this was called, but it's butter. What did he say?
Butter,
and
oil, and then honey.
It's basically butter and honey, and it is just incredible.
Let's give this watermelon skin jam a go. Oh my god.
So this is watermelon skin.
That's absolutely gorgeous.
What does it taste like?
Sugar. It's like little sweets. Go for my favourite, which is honey. So you lather the honey on the corner. And cream. This is like what we would have as like Colossus cream back home.
Okay, so we've got fresh homemade bread, which is still warm. And once you've gone through all of the hot food, like the pastries and the eggs and stuff, you can then start to go on to the little condiments. I've got some olives and the jams that Ben's just tried. So yeah, don't know what I'm gonna go for first. Okay, so he's brought out some extra of this. It's called hoshmerin, and what it is this kind of like dry cheese, which is then cooked in a pan with a load of butter. I said it's mixed around loads and loads. It's almost like the cheese is burnt, and then it's cooked with honey as well, and then cooked around loads. It is so Moorish and so delicious. I can't stop eating it. He's had to bring an extra one for me. Well, that breakfast, including 2 extra coffees, cost us 190 lira, which is about £9–10.
Bargain.
Really good. That's the restaurant, and this is where we're parked. Where are them pups?
Hello. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, what is this? Whoa. Oh, what is it? Hello. Okay, so we are feeling very full after that breakfast. I also thought I'd give you a quick update on Scout, because over the weekend we took him to go and get his vaccinations and a little health check at the vets. He's now microchipped. He's had his first round of vaccinations, had some worming tablets, had the once over. The vet says he's all healthy. The vet reckons that he's about 8 months old, so very much still a little puppy, which explains a lot. Just also wanted to say a thank you to one of our subscribers, Adele, who we love, who suggested that Scout might be part Akbash. Now, when I googled this, an Akbash is a Turkish breed that are bred to protect flocks of sheep up in the mountains. So their colouring is like completely white, just like Scout, to blend in with the flock. And apparently some of them have like a little creamy coloured patch on their head, which is exactly what Scout has got. Now, because they're bred to protect the flock and kind of sit in the field and watch the sheep and stuff, they're pretty low energy dogs, which is also like Scout. So we think it's very likely that he's got some Akbash in him, which is really cool. Apparently the Akbash do kind of resemble retrievers as well, because we thought that Scout might have some retriever in him. They've got that kind of soft face, but reading about Akbash dogs, I think it's very likely he's got that in him. He's not a full Akbash because apparently they're really big, and Scout is quite small. So yeah, thank you very much for that suggestion, Adele. Say hello. Say hello to everyone.
This is such a beautiful walk, and never underestimate the power of sunshine. We are surrounded, Fethiye is surrounded by mountains, and you can see how much snow has fallen on some of the higher peaks. Winter has well and truly arrived. It's just beautiful here. River.
Right, Scouts, stop it. River, stop it.
These guys.
These guys want to wrestle, which I don't mind, but... Oh God.
You gone dizzy? Okay, we slept so well last night. For the first time in absolutely ages, in fact the first time that I can remember, we've just parked on the side of the road and had probably one of the best night's sleeps we've had in a long time. Let me show you where we are. So the seafront is just there. We're parked here, and this road is nice and wide. It's actually really quiet at night, didn't hear a thing. We're not right next to any houses either, which is nice. So yeah, it's a pretty lovely spot just to stop for the night. This morning we are leaving Fethiye. We've had a lovely couple of days here and so happy that the sun has finally come out. But today we're heading somewhere pretty special. And before we get there, there is a cool like abandoned village apparently just in the hills behind here. So we're gonna head there first to see what that's like. It feels like it's been ages since we've been out seeing stuff. This is the abandoned village of Kayakoi. It's a sad tale of two communities that once lived side by side. 10,000 Greeks and Turks called this place home, but after the war between Greece and Turkey in the 1920s, its citizens were evicted, many were deported, and the place fell into ruin.
This is the old school apparently. Unfortunately though, we can't go in. It's a shame.
Let me in! Wow.
I was actually wrong. This is the church, and it's closed because it's being restored, or there's restoration work, and it's too dangerous. So the church and the courtyard bit's closed off. So we haven't found the school yet. But look how big this is. The village goes all the way around here as well, and all the way down there.
It's enormous.
It's massive.
This place feels more like an abandoned town. It's absolutely huge, and there's all these little tiny little winding, I want to say streets, little paths around all the houses, and then you come around this corner and there's just this huge vista over the rest of the village up on like the opposite hillside. It's just incredible. Hi River. One Scout.
1, 2, 3, yep.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, yep.
It's a beautiful sunny day today, but I can imagine if you came here when it was a bit cold and dark and grey, definitely add to the atmosphere of the place. It's incredible, isn't it, how quickly nature takes over. This would have been such a bustling, busy like village or town. Clearly so many people lived here. There would have been shops, there would have been traders, there would have been just people, kids, and now it's just, yeah, a pile of rubble. So this is really cool. You can still see the blue of the walls, even though it's really faded, you can definitely still see it. This would have been the fireplace, and I'm guessing that this would have been obviously the floor. I'm standing like the basement, I guess. And then Ben just pointed out here, these holes in the wall here would have probably been where the beams came through to the floors. So right here we've got a massive bush of thyme. Here we've got a huge bush of sage. Ben thinks they've just grown up here, kind of self-pollinated from, I don't know, the mountains. I think they probably were people's herb gardens and they've just grown this big because they've obviously been abandoned. They're situated right outside these houses, so I think they're probably planted by people who lived here. Yeah, it's a kind of sad place when you think about it. All these homes and lives that are just not here anymore.
Oh my god, this is...
Shake the van to shit.
Is this seriously the road?
Yeah. It seriously is.
Welcome to our home for Christmas and New Year. Come in. So we have got ourselves a lovely villa on the south coast of Turkey for Christmas and New Year. We're having a little bit of a holiday and we feel very far away from civilization where we are right now.
We're about 9 kilometres at the end of a dirt track. It was literally shaking the van to bits to get here. This is the last video of the year, unfortunately. We are going to take a nice break over Christmas and New Year.
Yeah. Just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who has watched our videos the past year, for all your support and encouragement. It has been a crazy year. We started it off in the freezing cold. If those of you who remember, we were in that little like storage unit, ripping apart Sophia.
Okay, come on then. This way, right with me, come on.
Dogs. What was I saying?
We were
ripping. Oh, it was freezing, and we're ripping apart Sophia. I think we were just realizing how big the project was that we'd taken on. We thought we were just ripping apart like the surface stuff, but no, it was going to be a full-on rebuild. It was cold, and then now here we are, 12 months later, on the south coast of Turkey, having some incredible adventures. So it's been one hell of a year.
I remember about a year ago, I was under the van putting the water tanks on. My hands were blue in the cold unit, and River and you were sat at the back with the heater going.
Oh my god, just like this.
Making the teas and things. It's
or
been
doing the max air fan when it wouldn't.
Doing the max air fan and it was leaking, and that's been a complete roller coaster of a year.
Yeah.
So we're going to spend some time here relaxing. We've got some amazing plans for next year we need to flesh out. But Merry Christmas for those of you that are celebrating it, and Happy New Year to everyone. We're
going to end the video here with a little look back over our past year, and we shall catch you guys in 2022. Bye! What?
That was 2026, 2022, 246.
2022. And we shall catch you guys in 2022. Bye!
See you next year, guys.
To see another max fan again. I'm glad we're not doing 2.
Do you know what, right? That was not as easy as everybody makes out.
All these forces on my throne.
Just to give you an idea of how cold it is, I've just spotted these on the side.
I got my mind blown. Shaving lace blood on my shirt.
Fantastic progress this past couple of weeks.
Our new cabinet doors, which look a little bit like church windows, don't they?
Yeah, I thought that when I cut it out. I was like, oh.
Oh my god, I have messed up big time.
Find the reason why I survive.
What am I doing?
Driving country roads and trains.
And as you can see, it's a big list.
That bluish comet tail, spending cash, the coffee's gone. Shoot the moon on the...
This is what we have been waiting for I don't know how long.
Time, nothing ends, it goes on forever.
We're doing a little vlog takeover here on overlanding Sophia.
And that's home for the night. Welcome to our Peel Island camp tour.
In the blood of Christ, hear you breathing.
We're in France.
35 minutes later. Oh! Cheers.
Cheers.
Pray for your life that is sweet.
Green. but I'm feeling 32.
All my heroes are afraid to die. Obsessed with death.
Go.
Now don't you dare take your life. This world's a shadow of the next.
What have we got tonight then, chef?
We made it to Turkey. We got through the border.
Blackness. Altars come and I don't go. Your broken street. My broken.
It's hard to think Aleppo's only 60 miles behind me.
That's the Syrian border, just here.
All together. We're dancing this far.
It is breaking my heart this past couple of days. So now we are family of 4.